My initial research was where I gained my first thoughts of the horror genre. The consumers which took my questionnaire shared with me keywords that they thought were essential conventions of the horror genre. From this, I took their ideas on board and in my film included the key ones, for example, dark places, tension, suspense, psychological, and good versus evil. Question 3 from my questionnaire also provided me with feedback from my audience. When producing a horror film, it is essential to include the key conventions of that genre, so with asking my audience what they preferred in a horror film, this gave me the idea of what they wanted, leading to it being more successful. With these results showing that psychological horror is the most popular choice to be in a horror film made me think that this is what I wanted to incorporate in my own horror teaser trailer. The suspense and tension that could be created from this genre enticed me to create a psychological horror. This then led me to thinking that most horror conventions could be portrayed in this area of horror. Using the WordPress blog site and YouTube allowed me to give and take feedback whilst our media class produced our films through all the different edits. I found this helpful in improving my film. For example, Jessica 16, in association to one of my cuts I have now made in my film in the second edit, said about how the door scene where it bangs shut needed to be louder. I made the shot louder to create a more shocking effect by making my audience jump as it was unexpected. This also helped to signify the end of the trailer to tell the audience that she is trapped, leaving the trailer on a cliffhanger. In my film, I thought that sound was vital in building up tension and suspense. Also, it aids to the horror genre and can give out ideas of key emotions. I took Rosie Groves' advice and included lots of sounds such as single instruments to portray ideas of isolation, which still fitted with my genre and style. I liked the idea of using clashing sounds to create tension and suspense, which would suggest the connotations of the protagonist and antagonist physically clashing together. I also used lots of sound effects to create emphasis on certain points such as when the door slams and heartbeats to create a faster pace to represent my protagonist's feelings and to reflect how the audience may be feeling. A key collective comment that my target audience made about my poster was the colour of the protagonist's nails. The nails were initially pink, which did not really fit in well with my themes and genre, and the whole colouring of the poster in general. I took the advice and carefully used Photoshop to colour in the nails to the striking blood red that is now my final poster design. The effect of this was the connotations that came off this change to blood and danger relating to my film. It instantly became a more striking and attractive image for my consumer to look at. Jason G14 commented that I should have removed the Holly Phipps in. I looked at the poster both ways, with and without it, and spoke to him, and we thought that just removing the in would make it better. Using in would have made my film not appear as realistic as I wanted my audience to feel like this could be real life and it could happen to anyone. With using peer advice, it made me realise new things about my poster, such as this. It was good to receive the primary advice when producing my poster, as I think it was important to give the consumer what they wanted to see, as this may entice them to the product. My name is John Joe replied to my poster by saying my tagline did not fit. To solve this, I readjusted what it said from "all you have to do is believe" to "you can pretend you're safe." By changing what it said, added more tension and suspense to the film, as the new tagline seemed more threatening towards the consumer, relating to the fact that I wanted the audience to feel like what events happened in the film could happen to anyone. I then placed the tagline in a different place, opposite the protagonist's mouth. The effect of having the tagline in opposite the mouth looks like the protagonist is almost saying it, connecting the protagonist to the audience, raising tension further. I gained positive feedback from my target audience as I showed the image to people who met the age range requirements. Many people commented on my unconventional style for the picture on my magazine front cover. This feedback aided me by assuring me that what I had created still allured consumers and they understood my aim of a horror genre. I received a comment from Megan Pierce who said that the knife was a good object to use to symbolise protection against danger in my film, but she said that adding blood or a stained effect to the magazine front cover would draw more attention to the knife being there, and aid the connotations further as it adds more enigma, as the audience may question why she's holding a knife with blood around her, and entice them to view the film as they may want to find out. In conclusion, my audience feedback aided me a lot through each of the 3 different processes. I think it is crucial for filmmakers to not have passive audiences, as in the end they are the ones who decide if it is suitable for them to watch or not. Also, you do not want to fragment your audience by just taking one person's ideas, as this could damage the success of the film and not reach everyone's requirements.